What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again for another BFR. So, Game 69, not nice, at the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. It was on April 1st at 6 p.m. And Tampa Bay wins 5-2, and the Hawks really, kind of like the Florida game, never really had full control. They were better than they were in the Florida game, but Tampa's just too experienced, and they go to 24, 35, and 10. They get outshot 43-23, hits 25-16 Tampa, faceoffs 25-21 Chicago. On the power play, Chicago goes 1 for 4, Tampa 0 for 2. Lankinen saves 38 out of 42, and a great night for him. And then Vasilevsky saves 21 out of 23. McDonough was injured for Tampa, so he wasn't playing. Bogosian was in. Tyler Johnson, Boris Kachuk, and Taylor Radish all had their first game against Tampa, and Brandon Hagel first time against Chicago. Tyler Johnson, he was there for so many years. He got a tribute video before the game, so that was nice. There were surprisingly a lot of Hawk fans, and also surprisingly a lot of empty seats, kind of like the Florida game. Not as much, but it's just, I don't get why. When your teams are good, you should be going to their games. No matter, I don't care if there's, it just doesn't make sense to me. Entwistle was out, Borgstrom was out, Gustafsson was out, Tyler Johnson in, Vlasic in, Kurashev in. Tampa pressures early, Lightning and Cirelli nearly scores. The game, it would turn out to be a very long game. There were a lot of whistles in between plays, a lot of little things that, like, the game seemed to go on forever. There's just every so often there's a game that happens like this, and it's just brutal. And then at 17:56, it's a Chicago penalty for too many men. It's served by Kubalik. It would be killed. There was a good save on point, and then Kucherov and Strome and Caleb Jones save a wide open net for Paul. Paul breakaway stopped by DeBrincat, but then at 13:49, it's a Tampa Bay one-timer goal from Steven Stamkos, 31st of the year. It's great passing from Kucherov and point, makes it 1-0, and there was no chance for Lankinen on it. Kucherov was hurt on the play, but he would return. He would be fine. Then at 12:45, it's a Tampa Bay penalty to Hagel for tripping. Ironically, he tripped Kachuk, one of the pieces the Hawks acquired in the Hagel trade. It's killed off. Then Doc has a breakaway, and it's a good move, but Vasilevsky saves it. 11:53, Chicago penalty to DeBrincat for hooking, which would be killed, but it would lead to 4-on-4, ending the Hawks' power play. And that was not a penalty. It was hooking, yet he didn't touch the hands. He didn't even. All he did was lift the stick. If lifting the stick is hooking, then there's an issue. Then at 9:48, it's a Tampa Bay goal to Braden Point. It's a fantastic Kucherov fake play. He's done it several times. It's one of my favorite plays in the game. From Kucherov and Stamkos, Point gets number 26 on the year. It's 2-0 Tampa. Then Chicago responds as at 7:49, it's a Chicago goal from Calvin DeHaan, his third of the season from Doc to make it 2-1, and it's a great screen out in front by Kubalik. He should get an assist on the play. He does not. Then Bogosian goes after Doc in a scrum, and yeah, just kind of a couple scrums in the game. 4:27, then it's a Tampa Bay penalty to Foot for tripping. That would not be killed, as at 3 minutes the horn goes off, and the league wants to review a Strome deflection that went off the crossbar and out. And it was also a high stick, so it wouldn't have been a good goal anyway. But it was really random. I've never seen that actually happen at a Hawks game before, where the horn just randomly goes off. Then at 2:39, it's a Chicago power play goal from Alex DeBrincat, his 39th of the year, from Strome and Seth Jones to make it 2-2. That would tie the game. They came back from 2-0 down in the first. They would not score again. Then Hawks were upset with the refs because of the whole 3-minute thing, but that goal kind of made up for it. Go to the second period, where Killorn and Belmar have a shorthanded 2-on-1 that's saved. Is at 17:31. It's a Tampa Bay penalty to Bogosian for high sticking, which would be killed. Kachuk then that was his second penalty that he drew in the game, so Kachuk had a good game. Then at 13:48, it's a Tampa Bay goal from Ross Colton, 13th of the year, from Chernak and Paul to make it 3-2. And right after the Hawks' pressure, Seth Jones had a great defensive play. Strome had a chance that was stopped. He had another chance that was then stopped. Tampa then pressures. Hedman hits the post. Perry to Maroon is robbed twice. DeBrincat nearly hits a break. He would later in the period. And it's pretty back and forth. But then at 13:28, it's a Tampa Bay penalty to Cirelli for hooking, which would be killed. But then at 7:45, it's a Tampa Bay goal to Ross Colton, his second of the game, his 14th of the year, from Paul once again, and Foot to make it 4-2. And then with the waning seconds of the second period, DeBrincat has a breakaway. He can't get the shot off as he's just not close enough. And then you go to the third, where not much happens. Lankinen makes some big saves on Stamkos. Vlasic has a big hit. McCabe with the save. McCabe saves a goal when with the net pulled, and Hagel's pulled the goalie at 2:40. The Hawks pulled the goal. I said that's why I said Hagel, because Hagel's right above that. Hawks pull the goalie at 2:45. Hagel gets a breakaway that is saved when they have to put him back in for a quick minute. Kubalik has a chance that's stopped as they pull him right after they get it out. Colton misses the empty net, but at 18.4, as Colton dumps it, he goes for the empty net. Hagel beats Strome down there, and it's an empty net goal for Brandon Hagel against his former team, 23rd on the season from Colton and Hedman. His second goal with the Lightning, second point with the Lightning. And the Hawks called a timeout previously at 43.9 seconds. It wouldn't do anything. Paul also went for the open net and missed, and McCabe had a save on a shot that was going for the open net from, I believe it was Point. So overall, not the greatest game from Chicago, but when you're going up against those Eastern Conference teams, those powerhouses, Florida, Tampa, Carolina, and among others as well, Toronto, Boston, Pittsburgh, Rangers, it's not often you're going to come out on top, especially if you're a bottom team in the league. And yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. Hagel with a good game. Good to see him score again, although this time against Chicago. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. No big movements in the standings. Nothing really happened. The Islanders move ahead of Columbus, and we can honestly start putting the eliminated signs on, as several of these teams have been eliminated now. We have an E, we have an E, 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 E. All of the teams with E's are all eliminated from the playoffs already. Colorado, I might as well put an X down, because they've without question probably clinched the playoffs. They just technically, on the technicality, haven't fully qualified yet. But I think it's good enough that we could put an X next to them. They are 102 points in, and they are not stopping anytime soon. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. And I will see you guys next time. The next Hawks game, I believe, is against Arizona on Sunday. And the Hawks Taves will be getting his silver stick in the ceremony, but prior to the game. So I'll be covering that game next, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.